Elon's heat shield has melted, says Mark Petrie for $12 with a super chat. Thank you for that, Mark. Yeah, there was going to be a moment, and this is going to happen, I would suggest, with Donald Trump as well. We want to talk to Rothman about that. And you could even argue that the day may be coming quickly with Donald Trump as a result of the Wisconsin election results and also the mess that's being made in government and the economy. So that the latter, the economy, may take another month to kind of realize its political toxicity on the electorate. But it is true, you knew that there was going to be a moment where people were going to fall out of love with Musk. I'm talking about people in power. And I think that that's happened as a result of the Wisconsin thing. And everything's great until you start to lose. And when you start to lose, you get a stink on you. And then nobody wants that stink on them. And so you get that guilt by association. And the GOP has wrapped themselves in Musk and in Trump. So their success becomes GOP success, and their failure becomes their failure. That is to say, the Trump-Musk failure becomes the GOP failure. So make no mistake, the damage has been substantial, profound. The dismantling of the U.S. government has been immense, reckless, wanton. But it will end, and it may be that as a result of this Wisconsin election, Musk's power has begun to ebb. Now, he still has all that money and influence. And as you know, he's a major American contractor, government contractor. More contracts have accrued to him than when the administration started just a couple of months ago. But now, insiders are saying that Elon Musk is on his way out. Trump has reportedly told his inner circle that billionaire Elon Musk, this is from AP, who have been working as the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, which, as you know, should never have existed to begin with, will soon leave the administration. Both Trump and Musk have come to the agreement that Musk will leave and go back to his business dealings. This is the latest from Associated Press. They got it from Politico. It's not clear when Musk might make his exit. I'm chuckling because, maybe it's a slow exit in which he can, do a little bit more. Great for America. Under the leadership of Musk, the Doge task force has gutted the federal workforce, firing tens of thousands of civil servants in jobs that include disaster response, critical weather updates, health services, and more. One senior administration official, speaking on the condition of anonymity, said that the Musk world will still extend into the Oval Office, and Musk will still have an informal advisory role. But the word is that Musk is out, at least in a formal role. At least that's the breaking news of this moment. The word overnight, as you know, involved the counting of the vote in Wisconsin, the Supreme Court race there, very important to Musk, very important to the GOP. Musk went there personally, dumped $25 million into that race. It's an extraordinary thing. But Susan Crawford, the Democratic-backed candidate, has won Wisconsin Supreme Court race. So there is a liberal majority that maintains itself in that key battleground state of Wisconsin. And Albert, we have you've got something on this from CNN, don't you? Because this adds polling to this that also reflects the lack of popularity when it comes to Elon Musk. I mean, Musk has been such a wrecking ball that you had to know that on some level that was going to come back to haunt them. And this may be the first. I'm sorry?
He poured $28 million into this race.
Yeah, I said $25 million.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Millions and millions of dollars.
Right.
And so it's nice to see at this very moment that the money didn't matter. That the anti-Musk sentiment if if it had anything to do with Musk, perhaps one candidate was truly better than the other, or maybe people just hate Elon Musk right now.
Go ahead, Albert. Run the video if you would, please.
Big in this race to sway the Supreme Court race there. And he also went to Wisconsin, which may honestly have backfired.
Yeah, I think it may have backfired. Look, I think if there's one thing we should be taking away from the results in Wisconsin and the polling that we have from Wisconsin and national, if you are a Republican candidate running in a swing state, you don't want Elon Musk anywhere near you. Yes, maybe you like the money, but you do not want his presence in your state. Why is that? Elon Musk, simply put, is an unpopular guy. He is political poison. Look in Wisconsin, his net favorable rating, minus 12 points, 12 points underwater. That is an even worse number when you look nationally. Look at that. It's minus 17 points. So if there's one big lesson to take away from Wisconsin is Elon Musk does not help Republicans when he shows up. If anything, the data suggests that he hurts them. Republicans, stay clear of Elon Musk if you want to win in a swing state, at least in terms of his physical appearance in your state.
All right, what do we see
Albert,
in terms
stop
of
it for a
swings in
second.
Florida?
I have 2 points. First, he's basically said what we just said, although he put some numbers on it, which I think is important and interesting. And the second thing is, I've never seen anyone on television speak more with their hands and with the physical delivery that guy has.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Does he go on, Albert? I haven't seen the rest of it, but just play a little bit because he just did this and that and this and this and that and that and this and that. He's like a semaphore, like, you know, those people with the flags. No, you know, go ahead, Harry, go ahead.
At the airport?
We saw the Republican Randy Fine win by 14. That's a swing of 16 points. But that's not anywhere near the swing we saw in Florida 1. Look at that. Donald Trump won it by 37 points. The Republican won last night, but only by 15. That's a 22-point swing. We're talking about an average 19-point swing from the baseline back in 2024 in just a matter of 4 or 5 months. These are massive shifts. These are massive shifts to the left. Democrats really have to like this, even if the Republicans get into the majority in terms of what this potentially means down the road. You take this type of swing, you put it on some swing districts, that's very good news for Democrats.
Now,
yeah, so even in the loss is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Democrats have good news by not losing
headway, right?
by as much. Yeah. So
it's a bright spot. At this point, we'll take any bright spot we can get.
It's been a lean period for the Democrats. That's for sure. So yeah, Kim's right. We'll take it. I'm not a Democrat or registered Democrat, but I certainly think that that's the more sensible party at this point. And sadly, that's the only option we have. So to review, Musk loses the Wisconsin race. Republicans maintain seats in Florida. The big thing I would also say, and we'll talk to Rothman about this, that these are heavily gerrymandered districts. So you really were never going to see a Democrat, I don't think, win those districts. But in those numbers, you see the way in which Democrats still gain ground even as they lose. So let me just speak about Elon Musk for a moment, because there is big news out of Elon Musk.
The Mark Thompson Show.
Elon Musk is in trouble, and here's why. He lost in Wisconsin, and the polling on that loss and all the polling that we've seen nationwide indicates that there's a stink about Elon Musk. And sadly, he's done so much damage to government. He's been allowed to go after government with a wantonness, a recklessness. It is
like a wanton killing.
It is pretty bad. Yeah. Like a wanton killing.
Their envy wonton killing. I don't know what a wonton killing is. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
So anyway, he has gone about it that way and caused a lot of damage. I'm talking about the end of expertise, getting rid of scientists, closing down NIH, CDC, closing down the administrative institutions associated with severe weather warnings. FEMA is being folded up, USAID, all the VOA, all of the aspects of soft power that's associated with America's reach internationally, that's all going away.
He looks really old in that picture.
He does look a little bit older in that picture. You're right. He's wearing his MAGA hat. And the political part of why Musk is in trouble is something that's associated with that Wisconsin stuff and with the polling. But there's a financial part of what's happening with Musk that could spell real trouble. And that's associated with Twitter. There was a massive breach, this is breaking news, of Elon Musk's X, or Twitter. 200 million users' email addresses were released onto the dark web, and it will widely be out there for people to get a hold of. So his cybersecurity team discovered a hacking message on a prominent breach forums hacking post from a poster named Thinking One. The post included 34 gig containing more than 201 million entries of data reportedly belonging to X users. The data includes plenty of metadata on each account, plus the email addresses connected to each account. This leak is huge. It's not clear how the breach happened, but here is why it's way more than they have your email address. Because you're a real person, Kim. You use Twitter and you have an email address attached to it. You're an actual person. Same with me, same with Albert, same with many who are still on that platform, even if you don't use it much because of Musk or whatever. But Musk has represented a certain number of users, many of which are probably bots. Why is that important? Because Musk just sold Twitter to his AI company. So he got a lot of money for Twitter based on the number of active users on the platform and the number of users overall. He sold it to his AI platform. And you can say, well, what does it matter whether they're real or not? He's selling to himself. It matters because all that money is not his. That's investor money. There's a board of directors involved. That is a crime, what he's doing. If he's misrepresented the number of users on the platform, if he has dramatically amplified those numbers, he is in violation of the law and he'll be sued. But I mean, big time sued.
But how do you tell which ones are bots and which ones are real people?
Because of the data breach. That's why I'm saying it. It's because there's an email address associated with it. In this data breach, you are going to find all of these X users who aren't real people. They're bots. So this is huge. And again, it's not so much that there was a breach of your personal information, as much as it is that it's a peek inside who is actually a person and who is just a bot.
I guess I don't know how bots are formed. Like, do they have fake email addresses? And how how would you know if it's a bot, if it has a fake email? It'll be interesting to see how they determine that.
Yeah, well, I'll just, I don't want to get into a heavy thing on it because I'm certainly out of my depth on it for the most part, but I just know that it's obvious. Like I work with marketing people about Instagram accounts on high profile people. And they said, yeah, when you open it up, there are just a bunch of bots in there. 2/3 of this famous person's Instagram followers, 2/3 of them are bots. So it's pretty easy to establish, I guess is what I'm getting at, the bot element. So Musk could have legal exposure is what I'm talking about, and soon. Richard Delamater for $10 Super Chat says, I sold that one share that I bought last week of Tesla stock and made a $20 profit. I'm now claiming status as the only man to have made a profit off Musk. Take that, jerk, he says. And then, of course, that's the third thing that Musk has to worry about, and that's Tesla. Tesla is getting that same stink on it. So it has 10-foot pole marks all over it. People don't want a Tesla. If they have a Tesla, they want to dump it. I have one, and I'm getting rid of it. And I don't even hate Tesla. I think Tesla's a good... The reason I got Tesla, the reason I bought the car was for the charging network. It's better than any other charging network. Straight, full stop. That's the reason I got it. And I don't care now. Now I just want to get rid of the car. It matters because now all Twitter content can be used as training data for Grok AI. Yeah, there's that too, says Mark. So I see Musk as a troubled figure right now, and I guess that's what we're getting. And deny, as the White House does, I think that there is ample evidence that Musk's place at the table may be getting smaller. I mean, he's really come in like he owns the place, because he really does. But I think now you're going to see a revisionist kind of view moving forward as to how Musk works. So Musk, Booker, and the Elon Musk X breach, and life is changing a bit in America.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.